sample, and Swiss handles everything for you. Advanced Swiss, here I am going to explain some bit more, like how to create. So defining beans. Beans are nothing but it's just an object. Any component can be a bean, and we have a bean loader which is plain old MXML, and Swiss calls beans because it only cares about their properties. All those beans being defined in the context can be injected, and can use the dependency injection. So this is how bean loaders looks like. It's a bean loader which have whatever inside there or beans. It's just an array of beans. So Swiss loads beans. It searches for inject metadata. Whenever context is being created, at that moment all the inject metadata on those beans are being searched for. Then when objects are retrieved, Swiss performs the magic of injecting them together. There is usually when we want to create DI by ourselves in KineCom or any other thing, we will be facing problems like create an object, then only you can inject them, like that. So this magic is performed by Swiss. It's not magic, but the way how the beans are being injected together is done very well, and demonstrated very well in Swiss. Swiss adds event listener for added to stage, so and removed from stage events. So whenever added to stage event is fired, your Swiss is being called. So a particular view object will have everything instantiated through the beans, then only it goes to the added to stage event. So at the end, creation complete of the object, the Swiss beans are being wired, then you can have the added to stage event. Same way for the removed from stage event. This allows Swiss to inject and clean up views too. So before the remove to stage event, you can get your views getting cleaned, so you can get use of garbage collection. Loading the Swiss. Use Swiss config bean in MXML, and requires an array of bean loaders and access to all configuration parameters. So this is how we load the Swiss config, and dependencies are not at all defined in MXML. Use inject in your AS objects, similar to Spring 2 configuration, and a qualify bean to inject by ID. So the below line inject of bean equal to user controller means it will search for a bean with user controller ID and injects that bean inside this particular class. So that particular instance is called everywhere, and when a bean is being declared in context, it will be singleton by nature. If you don't want it to be a singleton, you can use prototype to make your bean to be a new instances being created. To inject by type, forget the bean. You just want to inject it by the type. No need to worry about the bean ID is being referred. You just inject by type, that's it. And Swiss looks for the bean which matches with the variable type from the context, and works with interfaces and inheritance. Swiss throws an ambiguous bean error if more than one bean could be injected. That means if you have in context you have written a same class type bean twice or thrice, more than once, it will return an ambiguous bean unless you have mentioned a particular ID of the bean when you inject it. So it's everything is done. This will return a runtime error with ambiguous bean error. View auto wiring. You can use inject on accessors as well as properties. So view you can wire the whole view as a view package using the view package, and your whole view classes are being wired. You can use the inject over there, and properties can be auto wired with two-way bindings by mentioning two-way binding. Accessors allow view to perform logic when dependencies are set. Working with remote objects is more fun rather than simple way. This gives you a extensible use, because service helper bind the result and fault handlers transparently, and again Swiss offers simple method for creating in abstract controller. Again you can simply when your delegate is waiting for result and fault handlers, even before making it, you can make the service helper to say add extra arguments which can be received back when result comes back. So you can get use of that arguments, so you can make things easier instead of writing a lot of code there. So working with remote objects are never easier than this. I have trust me, I have experimented this part with lot of frameworks. And at last there is a dynamic mediator. So you just have to add the mediate keyword, and with the event type, with whatever properties you want to be accessing from the event. So if you have mentioned two properties, you have to make two arguments for the function listening for that. Swiss creates a dynamic mediator for you and adds an event listener for supply type to Swiss central dispatcher. So you need not have a usual controller to map events to the functions. Uses properties to construct method call. So that is a small recap. So Swiss IOC is very easy to use, and Swiss provides a simple MVC paradigm, very little XML, mostly annotations. Swiss provides core utilities for responders, chain events. There is chain events which I haven't covered yet, and event handling, dynamic mediators. Swiss represents best practices learned from years of consulting, and Swiss is damn easy. New features are coming fast and furious.